Okay, folks, look, you know this right here is a winner, right? So when you guys saw the word oxtail, I know you guys was bought in, right? So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna make a southern style, smothered oxtails and gravy, right? It's gonna be like an onion gravy. Now, I've already cleaned these. You guys can clean them, soak them in some water, put a little lemon juice, and give them a little massage and clean them all up like that, right? But for myself, I've done these already. Now, I wanna give you guys a little bit of a pro tip. And that will be, you see this oxtail right here? Listen, you could take some of this fat off of here. Now, a lot of people, I know they don't trim them, but I do. I learned this from a guy, his name is Daddy, from Daddy's Kitchen. You know what I mean? He's Jamaican. He showed me that. And he said, man, you could take some of this fat off. I had never, ever even thought about it, but it keeps everything from being less greasy, right? So let me go ahead and get set up. I'm only going to probably do this one. Looking at the rest of these are fine, but I want to show you guys how to do it. Now, this is what I mean when I say, just trim a little of this fat. You know what I mean? We go like this, you can see it, and it's like a harder fat. So if you guys ever made, oxtails before, and then you see a little fat at the end when you finish, cooking it, a lot of this doesn't render down. And I should have known that because this is the same type of fat that be on that brisket. You know what I mean? That's that hard. You know what I mean? See how I nicked it there, but that's fine. We're not doing a brisket. But if you just want to take some of this out, believe me, if you did that on all of them, you just took a significant amount, of fat, right? So I'm gonna look at a couple more. Everything I saw from earlier, if it's soft, it will render. You know what I mean? You could take some of this, like this here, it doesn't have to go. All right, so once I got them trimmed up just a little bit, now again, you don't have to do that. I just like to get that hard off, and it depends on the actual cut or the cow, how much fat he had, right? But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and set these in here like this. I'm not gonna crowd it all the way because what we wanna do is we wanna season, right? So I'll move those over there. Now check this part out right here. Now we're getting ready to, go ahead and season. Let me get myself a new set of gloves. Now, I don't wanna crowd this up because I wanna make sure I get them seasoned properly, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this W sauce, right? For those of you guys are gonna ask me what's the W sauce, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and just put some of this on here like this, right? Now you're gonna want to keep a wet and a dry hand, right? So this will be the hand that I make sure that I put this on here. What we're doing is putting a little bit of flavor on here, you know what I mean? But most of all, it's a binder. Now I'm gonna take a couple of pinches, of the kosher salt. I can control my salt because I use low sodium products, and the next thing you're gonna see is I use my B-rub, right? So my B-rub, that's for, with the heavier, let me grab it now. This is it right here. This is for your heavier meats. So this right here, oxtail, will constitute as,